sits in there.
Cross feed. I keep calling it crosshead, cross feed, whatever you want to call it. Got that off an old Chopsmith machine. I should have bought the whole machine, but I was looking for a vise at the time, and that's what we came up with. So,
See how this is gonna
so
work.
the little dot goes up.
Yep, little dot.
I got straight picks if you need them.
Yeah, that'd be fine. You can probably just take this one. Quite tricky.
Look like it kind of seated right there.
Mm-hmm. Guess we're gonna see how fun these picks are gonna be in these little clips.
Yeah, I'd try to get the back side in and then one side and then hold it. And they come out easy, they go ping.
Yeah, they shoot out like a rocket.
I only had to go chase, what, 2 of them?
Yeah.
One of them, hell, I didn't even know it was gone. There, you got it. Just make sure she slides around in there good.
Gotta go down just a little bit deeper, I think.
No,
No? They go this rib here?
Yeah, that's your movement. That's it, buddy. That's exactly how they sit. Wow, there's one done.
Only about 23 more to go.
Nope, we got 15 left.
Huh?
15.
15? Oh, yeah, I guess.
16
Okay.
valves, right?
I was thinking 24 of these.
Okay.
Oh, 32.
I'll let you
actually.
slide on that, but we need to clean that one valve up. It's still disgusting.
Which one?
That
This one?
Yeah, we need to run it through the cleaner real well.
Sounds like a great job
They all
for
roll good.
Justin.
They still got a little gunk on them, but it's just the nastiness. How's that one feel, Cole?
It's sticking.
Is it sticking? One spot?
Keep the bearings around it.
Feels okay to me. I'm not having any issues with it. It's rolling fine. Some new lube, some assembly lube when we go back together, and yeah, that feels okay. It's just got a little grit in it from all that nasty shit. It's actually rolling pretty good. Just need cleaned out, really. These, what do these run for a set? What do we look these up?
I think I found for like 120 bucks.
120 bucks. Don't know what brand. You know, probably some Chinese brand.
Those were
reusing.
Those were BTRs.
Were they BTRs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess Brian Tooley Racing has them for about 125 bucks. That would probably be worth the investment, but on a
Buy them
budget,
with a cam.
on a budget build. So I think as far as Cole's square body GMC, I think we've decided probably Holly Terminator to run everything. 4-speed Muncie.
M22.
M22. What gearing are you going with, Cole?
I'm gonna try to stick with 373s. On 32s.
And this is going to be 4-wheel drive still, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get some shots of all these project vehicles here soon.
Well, mine ain't much of a project right now with no cab on it.
Yeah, crap. Cole's doing a frame off. We went out there and did a little stripping of the frame the other day. He pretty much had it stripped when I got out there, and I laughed at him and pointed and supervised, yelled at him, stuff like that.
What he does with the nukes.
Yeah, pretty much. This is Cole's first LS base type engine at all, so.
And plenty of small blocks.
I would say we're kind of Chevy biased, but I've drove everything. Had old Dodges, old Fords. I like all the old stuff. I've got a Ford dump truck out front. 63.
62, 63, somewhere in there.
Still got the Y block in it. Pretty neat old truck. a 600 series, so.
And 600.
And 600, yep.
Basically a cab over.
Almost. Back when they had leaded gas. See, that's the one out of the dirty, so we'll just keep all that stuff together. You can clearly see one that did not get cleaned. Are you checking where the push rod rides on all those, Cole? Have you compared?
I've already checked all these.
How they look?
They all
All
look
of them
good.
same?
Yep.
I imagine the wear is on the lifter side.
This is pretty much all rubber. It just has
it's
a little bit of the steel.
Kind of like a little pump. Hydraulic pump is really basically all it is. Yeah, these all look pretty good. We know we need a lifter rail. Cole's doing. And then as far as where your push rod rides, some of these, I think most of them are on the side that wasn't getting oiled. Like that one right there, you can obviously tell it has created a football shape. Just with the naked eye, I can see that that one needs replaced. So we're gonna need a couple donors. And these are all the straight style rockers. So going back in the same place is not as pertinent as the style where they're kicked off one way or another. And here you can see these have been cleaned, but they're the other side probably ought to go back in the dump tank. I mean, they move very freely, but Cole, are you doing a trunnion kit on these? The needle bearing or the bushing style, or are you just gonna run with these for now and see what happens?
Have not decided yet, to be honest.
Okay. Cole was asking about the chain. You know, the chains are pretty sloppy on the LS motors. I do have a new sprocket and chain over there. It's double, so you have to buy the front cover that's expanded out to use that. I do have a couple extras over there, but that one looked okay to me, just grungy. That's cleaning up pretty good, really. Look at all those. This pan was perfectly clean when we started. This motor was just horrid. This I think this is out of, all the parts are saying 99. I've never actually seen an accessory kit where the air compressor or the air conditioning compressor was just on a plate of steel. It had one bolt holding it on. Maybe that was somebody modified it. I don't know. It did not have the accessory kit on the passenger side of the motor at all. It was just the alternator and the power steering on the one side, water pump obviously, and compressor down low on the passenger side. I've never seen it in that configuration before. It is like 99 2000, 5.3 liters. So hell, I haven't even confirmed that it's 5.3. We ought to check the bore.
Grab a inside mic or a telescope and gauge it.
Okay, this is a funny thing. I always leave these open when I put them up. If it doesn't go back to 0, which it's not right now.
Just turn your head.
Well, don't turn your head. Do a little wipe with a rag. So I just gave that a little wipe on the inside with the rag. It wasn't zeroing out. Opened it up. Hey, look. Back to 0. Doing thing one-handed sucks, doesn't it, Cole? You don't know.
Well, you're on now, especially you're going to keep this going.
3.878. So probably 3.87. Yeah, 3.878. 3.77. 3.877. So I imagine it's supposed to be 3.875-ish was probably its original bore. So I believe that's the 5.3.
So 3 point what?
3.87778.
Okay.
So we'll check into that. Like I said, I leave these open just a little bit. If you close them all the way, they can corrode.
3.780.
780. Okay, so it's us honing it, gave it a little bit of room. I'm sure just the wear of it being such a Sludge factory motor. So we probably, once we check the rings, we might not have to gap them at all with the wear. I'm sure you'll have plenty of gap in them rings. Got the piston soaking, valve cover soaking, lots of little parts soaking. We'll revisit this a little bit. Cole did notice when he took it apart. This is the oil pump. I watch a lot of videos, and a lot of guys assume everybody knows everything. It's cool to show just the, the fast version and the after effect, or the, hey, we did this and we did that. But showing actually how to do it sometimes is where people mess up. They don't get all the information. So Cole dimpled the outside ring here, both sides. He noticed it has one little dimple in it before we started, and he noticed what edge went up, and it was the flat edge went towards the what? The plate?
The flat edge faces out. The sharper edge faces out. The rounded edge faces in.
Okay, so your beveled or rounded off edge faces the inside of the pump, which you would be talking away from the plate, correct?
Yes.
All right, so that's the way it went in. So the bevel is on the bottom. The sharp edge rides on this backing plate. There's things, little details like that could cause failure down the road.
But then again, it just might not be that big of a deal.
It may not be that big a deal, but when I built my 6-liter, I cannot remember. It's been 2 years ago. And I took all the rings off and ring gapped it and all that. And I thought I did a pretty good job of keeping everything organized. And then, listening to other people on channels and whatnot, the bevel of the piston ring on a 6-liter is supposed to be facing up, I believe. And that was just something I don't know that I double checked. I think I oriented everything the way it came out, but what's that, Cole?
So usually there's an arrow pointing the direction it's supposed to be facing.
Not on the ring itself.
Well, I have seen them on like the bigger engines.
Maybe and it might be. It's something that I can't remember. So I will probably pull that motor back apart just to verify.
Well, it's been sitting so long, it can hurt.
So how'd that go, Cole? What do you got in that? About 6-7 minutes to rebuild those?
Yeah.
And we can throw that one in and
clean it up.
Now those can go back in your storage container over there. Have these gotten soaked? I thought, yeah, we soaked those.
Yeah, those are all clean.
Your new kit might come with, I think my Brian Tooley kit came with new retainers, but we'll keep all of them. I've got a little electrical tape plastic that I threw all my old ones in. I've got a pretty good bundle of those just in case we ever need them. All right, we'll throw that one in the little cage and throw it back in and clean it up, and then on to pistons and oil pan and heads. We threw some totally awesome in there, just dumping it in. Did a number. So a lot of Cole's place, they've always used solvent. You guys buy it like what, 55-gallon drum of solvent, or
5 gallon.
5 gallon at a time or whatever?
It's about the only way you can buy it around here.
Are we leaking, Cole?
No, I think that's just from
Splashing earlier? Okay.
There was something sitting on the ground. Oh, that tray.
That tray, okay.
Yeah.
But what did we pay for these little, we went to the dollar store on the way back.
$3 for a
half gallon?
Yeah.
And what did we buy, like
about
8 of them?
Yeah.
8 of them, and threw in there, and that stuff works fantastic. I use that. I use the Purple Power. I use Simple Green at times. They're totally awesome as far as taking gunk off of motors, man. I I use the dollar store, now the $1.50 store, now that we're in 2023. I use the $1.50 store, dollar cans or $1.50 cans of the oven cleaner for heads normally. We haven't got any today, but we'll clean these heads up with this stuff and see how they turn out. Do a little bit of before and after. This is after pressure washing. These things were, everything on this motor was atrocious. So pause it up, get some of this other stuff out of the tank, and get the broken head stud or the broken exhaust bolts out of the heads. I might show you how I do that. That's a pretty common video, so do a little welding and back them out.